In the quiet coastal town of Oakhaven, where the fog usually clung to the cliffs like a damp wool blanket, lived a man named Elias. He was the town's clockmaker, a man of few words and grease-stained fingers who spent his days breathing life into rusted gears. Elias was content, but he was solitary. His only consistent companion was a brass automaton bird named Pip that he had built years ago. Pip could whistle, but he couldn't fly, a small imperfection that Elias felt mirrored his own heart. The mysterious crate. One autumn morning, a heavy wooden crate arrived at his shop with no return address, only a note. For the man who fixes time. Inside was a mess of silver wires, porcelain shards, and a complex internal engine unlike anything Elias had ever seen. It was a music box, but it was shattered. For months, Elias worked by candlelight. He skipped meals and ignored the howling wind, obsessed with the puzzle. He realized this wasn't just a machine. It was a memory. The internal cylinder was etched with a song that, when Elias hummed the notes, felt like a warm sun on a cold day. The final gear. As winter began to thaw, Elias found the missing piece, not in a drawer, but in a realization. The music box didn't need a tighter spring, it needed a lighter touch. He replaced a heavy iron lever with a delicate silver thread. When he finally wound the key, the box didn't just play music. The porcelain shards drifted upward, held by magnets and sheer mechanical genius, forming the shape of a dancer. As the melody filled the room, the shop door creaked open. Standing there was a woman named Clara. She was the granddaughter of the woman who had originally commissioned the box 50 years ago. She had sent it to Elias as a last resort, hoping someone could restore the only thing her grandmother had left her. A new rhythm. The happy ending didn't happen the moment the music played. It happened in the weeks that followed. Asterisk shared purpose. Clara stayed in Oakhaven to learn the craft, realizing she had a knack for the delicate work Elias loved. Asterisk the transformation. The shop, once a silent tomb of ticking clocks, became a place of laughter and conversation. Asterisk the breakthrough. Together, they finally figured out why Pip the bird couldn't fly. It wasn't a mechanical error. He just needed a second set of wings to balance the weight. Elias realized that he had spent his whole life fixing time for others, but he had never actually lived in it. With Clara, the seconds didn't just tick away, they mattered. On a bright spring afternoon, Elias and Clara stood on the cliffs. Elias opened his palm, and Pip, now perfectly balanced, took flight, disappearing into the blue horizon. Elias didn't mind that the bird was gone. He didn't need a mechanical companion anymore. He took Clara's hand, and for the first time in his life, he wasn't looking at a watch to see how much time was left. He was just glad he was there to spend it.